Got the pen. Here we go. I always forget the pen, but now, the moment you've all been waiting for. I don't even think I'm close to the top. I'm not even doing the SpongeBob script anymore. I don't know what I'm saying, but am I at the top yet? I do not think I am at the top. And I'm just still scrolling. Why did you guys post so many? Why are you guys so creative? Curse you all and your creativity for being so good at being creative. Okay. I should just time to see how long it takes for me to get to the top. Oh my gosh, this is gonna take forever. Oh. Oh, okay, wow. This is taking a real long time. Oh boy. Oh, here we go. Here we go. All the way to the top. Oh wow, this took way longer than I thought it would. I thought I would just finish the SpongeBob song and then I'd be done, but nope. I finished the SpongeBob song and I'm not even done. We're still scrolling to the top. Oh, I made it. I made it to the top. Okay, now I gotta set up myself a timer. Welcome to episode 5 of JWA Fixes. And now it is time for me to get my timer out. Okay, so I have 31 minutes. I'm putting 31 just in case something goes wrong and I have to scroll back up again to look through as many of your creations as I can. Of course, this is from the very top. I am sorry if I led you to believe that it was starting from last point, but I figured since those episodes are gone at the moment, I need to start from the very beginning. So, begin. Here we go. Starting from the very top. Good. Okay, let's begin. Starting with Mandamar's prototype Megaraptor. These are like super OP stats. I think this is supposed to be level 30. So, again, I don't know, but that's still really too OP. And, but then again, it's drawings. Mandamar's all about the drawings. So, this is this one's a bit of an odd one, because, like, the legs look like it kind of looks like someone broke his he's got, like, a tumor here, and then he's got, like, something wrong with his... Actually, no, this is the fixed face, but, still. The, next drawing, if I can I click off? The next drawing, which is the Torvosaurus, also super OP, because it has 4 abilities, because he didn't understand the full force of how, like, the game mechanics work and how it's supposed to be. Like, it's supposed to be level 26s, and non-hybrids are only supposed to have 3 moves. Oh, I should have taken a sip of water first, but I do really like this drawing. This is a really nice looking Torvosaurus here. So yes, keep up the good drawings. Can't wait to see more. And now we move on to scroll down. Here is our first, who is this Erlich G2? He's the OG one here. He gets all the ones done. Scorpio Venator. I do not have time to look for pictures. This is a wild card, okay. Superiority Strike, Raking Claws, Instant Distraction, Rending, Counter Attack. And the good amount of stats. Yeah, so Erlich G2 is usually borders from really balanced creatures to incredibly OP creatures. Halscaraptor. This is supposed to be a cunning. As usual, it has the usual low HP, usual cunning stats like a Velociraptor. Very much like a Velociraptor here. Stay Alert. This is a new ability. Increase crit chance by 100% for this turn. Attack times 1. And while threatened, that attack times 1, it becomes a distraction over a critical. And then Hop and Mock, evasive counter. I believe that's every time you attack it, it deals damage and then it's able to dodge. Alert Swarm, reduce damage by 50%. Is this meant to be a flock? Is this meant to be a flock? He doesn't really say if it is, but I think this implies that it is. I think he even says, keep in mind, I forgot to mention this as a flock. Oh, I think this is just when he decided no, this is not a flock creature though. This is just, the cunning. Oh, cleansing cunning impact, in fact. This is just meant to be a pure cunning creature. Answer, a Mimus. Why would I say Mimus? No one ever says Mimus. Except unless you're a non-dinosaur person. Fairly decent stats for an epic. Only immune to deceleration. Okay, yeah, good. That's someone talking right there. What are you? Scorpio Caraptor. Oh, you're the first hybrid he made. At least from this channel. I know he made a lot more before. Cleansing Long Cutting Strike. I assume that means the distraction lasts an extra turn. It does. Hop and Mock, Raking Claws, Instant Distraction, Rending Counterattack, Alert Swarm, and Absorb. So yeah, this was supposed... That guy was supposed to be absorbed. And then we get another... He usually makes like 3 different creatures and then makes super hybrids out of them. Okay, oh, this is gonna... Murder a Goosey. The Murder Goose. All these different abilities from Group Long Taunting Distraction, what a name. Definite Rending Counter, I believe that's exactly what it sounds like. Swap and Dodge, it's really hard for me to read, but I'm gonna try to anyway. Because it's really blurry. Highly cannibalistic, the Murder Goosey gained a taste for the flesh and eggs of its own kind through advanced genetic experimentation. They are also highly suicidal, awkwardly waddling into even the deadliest situation if it means they can piss someone off. It is only through sheer luck alone that they have not gone extinct. Sheer luck and maybe the Dino Protection Group or something. A godly new flocker makes its way to Jurassic World alive. Who are you? Heracles? Oh, hang on, let me read the description of this guy. Heracles is the largest parrot known to science. This flightless species, aptly named the Squawkzilla, is also believed to be the ancestor of the largest extant parrot, the cockapoo. Kakapo, maybe. Absorb 2 only. Okay. Lots of different abilities here. You can take a read at them here. I've already read through them before, so I'm not going to go too much in depth of these, and I'm also on a timer, so I want to get through as many creatures as possible. Airy. Persistent Power Strike, Defense Shattering Rampage, Group Takedown, Swap and Slowing Ferocity. That icon does not say it, but I assume that's because he did not have anything to go with that, so that's okay. It's not like Ludia, who purposely gives their abilities really misleading names nowadays. And then the icons don't make sense. It's just Ludia, get your act together, otherwise I might have to leave your game soon. I say that, but I probably won't because I just joined a new alliance. But then it's a really... don't ramble, Zane! You gotta keep moving. What are you? Codylorhynchus. Is that some sort of lizard? I'm assuming that's a lizard. Long Resilience Strike, Superiority Rampage, Bellow, Simple Deceleration, and then all these like lackluster resistances, but immune to stun, which is big. If you're immune to stun, you're instantly good. What are you? You're Daspletosaurus. Ah, you're the one who made Little Daz the Dancer. No, I made Little Daz the Dancer. No, well, I don't know. Indominus and I made him, but then I made him into JWA. Complete Fierce Strike, Complete Fierce Attack. I think this attacks multiple targets. Yeah, that seems cool. Or maybe that's a mistake here. He was supposed to do it for lowest HP or something. I don't know. Revenge, Fierce Impact, so we can obviously assume what that is. Actually, no, that's a real ability in the game. Swap and Wound, Immune to Speed Decrease, and then he made a hybrid out of it, which is Cody. Did I skip one? There you are. You came first. Codylorhynchus, all of its abilities are readable right there. I'm going to zoom in a little bit so it's a little easier to read for you guys. As well as, while most of Jurassic World's hybrids possess individual differences between the same species, none come close to the difference portrayed by Codylorhynchus. Some individuals retain the small head of their Codylorhynchus parents, while others possess the gigantic head of their parent instead. When this creature is unlocked, there is a 50-50% chance that it'll either be the Erythisuchus version or the Codylorhynchus version. So it can basically come to, like, I think this is basically something where it changes its skin depending on how you unlock it, which seems like a cool idea. I feel like skins would be a nice idea to the game. Like, instead of adding Blue, Echo, Charlie, Delta as separate characters, they could have added like skins to the dinosaurs. But, you know, we didn't, because then we'd end up with 1 million raptor skins or whatever. Multiple different raptors you could add to the game. Daspletops. This is another hybrid went back when Group Shattering Rampage was still a thing, before it became apparent that we had to make it ourselves now. This theropod super hybrid is an endurance hunter, slow stalking and tiring out its prey before delivering the finishing blow. Daspletops uses its crests for display. Honestly, you are way better at describing, giving your creatures descriptions than I ever could, because all I ever do is like, this creature has more armor or whatever. And this is one of his new mechanics, Have a read of it as you will. I already know this is supposed to be like an ancestor thing where if you use one creature and then that creature happens to be a descendant of the creature in question, then they'll get a special buff or whatever. And here are all the new creatures and all their descriptions. Again, you may read them, but I will not because I already have read them and I'd rather not read them again. Dicelatosaurus, ornithopod ancestor. So I'm thinking if you use ornithopod, and then who's the other guy? What are you? Synapsid ancestor. So if you use Dimetrodon or Gorgonops, Gorgonops, while if you use them and then you switch to this guy, or those guys die and then you bring this guy in next, then it gets a special buff or something, which seems pretty cool. As far as I'm aware. I didn't read it. You are Sinocoloraptor. I usually, at this point, I need to sneeze, but I usually pause to sneeze, but I can't pause because I'm on a timer. So if you use Compsognathus, then this guy will come into action. Absorb 2. Hesperonicus, Raptor Ancestor, Devious Strike and High Pounce, Obstruction to Flight. And then Guanlong, one of my favorites, a T-Rex ancestor. Oh, I really wish they'd add Guanlong to the game already. It's just one of my favorite dinosaurs. I wouldn't say it's my favorite dinosaurs. Oh, wait, why'd you post it twice? Is there a difference? Is there a difference? Oh, yeah, you just, never mind. Continuing the notes, these are all the descriptions. I'll slowly go through them so you guys can take a look at their, you can pause and look at their descriptions. I think that's enough. Let's move on. Oh, what's this? Creepy Crawly update, where you added a bunch of new abilities, I think? Yes, you did. Have a read at those, if you will. All these new creatures that I don't think he made any any cards out of, except for maybe Meganura and Arthropleura. Those are possible to do. Ah, here we go. More of Mandamars. I think this is where I ended last time, but I only have 11 minutes, so I have only done for 11 minutes as far as my timer, my visible timer says. My other timer is still going off, but anyway, Oxalia. If this is a level 30, then I think this is like, that's like what, 2900 HP. So again, that's just a sign that this is a very much weaker creature. But again, I don't look at the stats. Actually, I do look at the abilities, but really it's the artwork that gets me hooked here, because Mandamar, you're just really good at this stuff. Oxalia, I've actually never heard of this is the first time I've ever heard of Oxalia. Really nice drawing here. And then what do we have next? We have another I'm thinking this is another side of Spinosaurus. Siamosaurus, which is this thing getting a toy? Is Mattel making a toy out of this guy now? Which obviously I need to collect it. I must complete my Spinosaurus collection, all of them. Okay, let's move on. Really cool looking creatures. Keep that up. You're an artist, man. What do we have next? The raccoon, of course. Oh, I remember when Erlich G2, because he watches the Dinosaur King commentaries, and in one of those episodes, a Tanuki shows up, and we just called it the raccoon, and because there weren't any new dinosaurs in that episode, we just joked that New Orca could voice that guy, and his name would be the raccoon, and he would just be some creepy dude who shows up every now and then, and I love it. That is the raccoon, and it's just like, yeah, that's basically it. I can't pronounce that. I'm not gonna bother pronouncing it. Brilliant idea. Genius even, I responded. And the hybrid with Diplotator. Doggotator. Does it have a description? It does not, unfortunately, does not have a description. It has all these revenge abilities and all the resistances. Very nice. Very nice, and there's even the picture of it. Every Thursday a new Jewel fixes come out. This is just us. Oh, introducing the Prehistoric Beam, the guy who came up with Intimidation, which is basically force the enemy to swap out. So thank you for that idea, Prehistoric Beam. Packy Gen 2. Yes, because we need another Packy in the game. Because we just need another Packy. And this was before he learned how to... Oh, I think actually that's it. That's the whole thing right there. Shield Distracting Strike. Ooh, Cunning Resilient. Actually, really nice. Next we have Becky. Beckelspix, which Intimidation. There it is right there. Thank you for the idea. This is I really like the idea. If you paired this guy up with an Unescape, then I feel like that would make Intimidation really good. Unless if you want to keep I think your vision of it was that Intimidation is meant to be a bit of a gamble. But then I feel like if it is that much of a gamble, then I feel like people would be less enticed to use it. They wouldn't want to use it as much. And I think that's the same thing. Here is Daeodon. Everyone at this point has made a Daeodon. I made one Daeodon that's pretty much exactly the same as this one, except without the instant. It's just a regular Mutual Fury as opposed to the instant Mutual Fury. And it also has swap-in Mutual Fury. Interesting. I feel like that's a bit of a mistake. That's definitely a huge gamble, because you could swap into this dude, the enemy's about to go for a big attack, you just boosted your enemy to kill you. So that's like, I don't think swap-in, I don't think anyone would use that swap-in. Oh, and here's his hybrid, Deoplanax, which is a combination of Beckel and Daeodon. Resilient Strike, was the Beckel a Resilient? Oh, it's a Fierce Resilient, okay. Yeah, you made a heavy creature, because I think that's the name they're gonna go for. Intimidation, Group Shattering Rampage, Swap-in Mutual. This is the definition of a roll of the dice dinosaur. Or pig. It's a pig, I guess. It's a reptilian pig. There's its description if you want. Ehrlich G2 returns with even more dinosaurs. Fear Strike. I'm at the half point from my clock. Closely related to the more famous Acrocanthosaurus, Verters lived in what is now the Tendaguru Formation in the Jurassic. It would have preyed on the herbivores living in the area, including sauropods. Very nice combination of abilities here, I'd say. Australovenator. Asphalt Venator. Oh, what a name! Named after the asphalt. What's your history? Maybe it says it right here. A Allosaur, Asphaltovenator, was discovered in 2002, but was only named about 2 years ago. If a male Allosaurus cannot find I'm not reading the rest. I remember that one. I'm not reading the rest of it. But seriously, it was named after the asphalt? What a name! Abracadabra. I remember you have this really stupidly OP ability. Invincible counter. Shield by 100% for this turn for 2 attacks. That is mean. That's a very mean ability. But I guess it's like, I think the idea is like, if you have a Mortem Rex or a Thordor, then you can take this out easily. But it's like, that's so mean. What if you have like a Procerathomimus, and then it just comes in, and it literally can't do anything because it just has all these invincible abilities. Granted, it also only has 1 attacking ability, so it's like, not as OP as I'd say, because it could like, stall. It's more of a staller than if anything. Standing about as tall as your average human, Abracadabra lived alongside its more famous cousin, Hatzegopteryx. Like most Aztecs, as I now remember the name, this creature was deceptively mobile on land. Okay, yeah, I really do like his little descriptions. And then we move. Yeah, he gets it. It's too OP. And they had a huge conversation about it or something. But this is all. I'm here to just look at creatures. Prehistoric Being comes in with his finally learned how to download it and save the image rather than just take screenshots. Pinacosaurus, resilient. Alert minor shield. Okay. When it's secure, it's a very weak shield, and it gets stronger the weaker it gets. Got it. No resistances. Got it. Pine Cone! Oh, these are my favorite, yes! Is this Prehistoric Being? It is Prehistoric Being. Monolodon! Monolometrodon and Daeodon. Combination of Fierce Cunning, and it's got like all the... Pretty much just an upgraded version of the... What was it? I don't know. The upgraded version of the Monolometrodon. Though I do think Mutual Fury is better than Instant Mutual Fury because someone could really use that to their advantage or something. What is this? Okay, yeah. Good creature. Good. Just a bit of a gamble, just like Daeodon, your version of Daeodon. I'm not bothering to pronounce that. Closely related to the more famous Acrocanthosaurus. Wait, what? Didn't I already do this? Huh. I think you did it twice. Okay. What? Huh? Twice? Okay. Veterodraco. Fierce, heavy. I need to start getting used to those terms. Shielded Resolute Strike. Take a read if you will. Long Invincibility. Exploit Wound. Group Shattering Rampage. Invincible Counter. Super OP. Veterodraco hunts like a stork, prowling the open plains, waiting for the right time to strike. This highly aggressive pterosaur will violently beat its wings to scare away larger predators from kills. And then it's Super Hybrid which is a combination of that guy and Asphalt. Magmon Opus. Shielded Resolute Strike, Cautious Impact, Exploit, Wound, Group Shattering Rampage, Invincible Counter, Swap in Distraction, named after the alchemical process of creating the legendary Philosopher's Stone. Magnum Opus was Magnum Opus of the take a read yourself. I've already got my tongue twister. Love the name. Magnum Opus. What a name. And what do we have next? You have even more. Backtrack should be priority by the... Okay, so I think this is a priority move. Cleanse all negative effects, increase speed, reduce damage by a weird amount. Rending attack, it's Cutting Fierce. Got it. Is it meant to be, because it has Alert Swarm, so is it meant to be a flock? I don't think it is, though. Erstun was the largest known Megaraptoran and the first of its kind to be brought back by InGen. Fun little description there. Barytherium, that looks like a manatee to me, and I'm thinking it is, and its relatives were the first large proboscidians to appear in the fossil record. Barytherium used its teeth to cut through tough plant matter. It really does look like a manatee from what I'm seeing. Unless I'm looking at it from a different angle, but there's like the little whiskers, there's its flippers, that's its tail. Manatee, I'm thinking a manatee. Group Precise Rampage. Whoa, Greater Emergency Taunting Heal. That is a vulnerable. Unless, oh, it also imposes vulnerable. Got it, okay. And here is the updated Megaraptor. Oh, yes, there it is. That's a much better looking Megaraptor. Its feet no longer looks like it's broken, and its claws, oh, that's beautiful. Very much beautiful. And if this is level 30, then balanced. Much better than the super OP one from before. You are a fierce, and you also have hybrids. Unfortunately, I believe he wanted me to draw these a long time ago. I have not actually, I'm sorry, I did forget. But it's like, I do have to keep these in mind, because I feel like I should. Actually, I completely forgot the components for these. Dang it. Unless Mandamar, if you feel like I'm taking too long, you might have to design these yourselves, because I already have a lot on my plate, because thanks, YouTube. I believe this is the same one. He just changed up its stats. Now that I know this is a level 30, that is probably the appropriate amount of damage. And everything else is good. 35% crit chance, that is now a proper crit chance there, and underspell speed, yeah, all good here. Everything's good. I think he just traced it out. I think I like the colors on this one. They're about the same, but they're more darker here, which looks better. Okay, Prehistoric Bean's back with a Metriocanthosaurus. Surprised you're not in the game yet. You really should be. Alert Ferocity Strike, Definite Impact, Armor Piercing Rampage, no description. Now you move on to, again, what did you do? Fixed its Alert Ferocity Strike. Okay, so he made a change to it. We scroll down. The big one. Oh, pathetic HP, I'm not gonna lie. But I suppose, is it supposed to counteract its damage? But no, that thing can get killed in a single hit unless you have like, I think is this just Pyroraptor? I think it is just Pyroraptor. The big one was the leader of the Velociraptor pack on Isla Nublar in 1993. She got her nickname for being the alpha female. Yeah, that's cool. And then we have this guy again. Is this? I could have, at this point, I'm not even sure. No, wait, you're different. No, wait, you're the hybrid of those other two that I didn't do yet. The omnivorous Erythetherium uses its short trunk-like appendage to manipulate objects. It has a stronger bite force than either of its progenitors. So was that thing like was that thing supposed to? Never mind. I'll take too long to figure it out. Segnosaurus. Yeah, this is supposed to be like a Therizinosaur. Proper Therizinosaur abilities: rend resistance. Segnosaurus was originally the namesake for the family that includes its close relative Therizinosaurus. This theropod was a herbivore that would have pulled leaves towards its horny beak to feed. And then Segnosuke. Oh yeah, this guy. He's from Jurassic World, the game. I remember you. So we don't even need to see what it looks like, because I know what it looks like. Segnosuchus lived in small herds led by dominant male. Only this male is allowed to mate, so battles for this title can become very bloody very quickly. I mean, it's got like 2 aggressive creatures built into it. I got 5 minutes from what I think. Now, Geminiraptor. I remember really liking that name. All of its abilities are right here. Gonna move in so you can see it. It is a flock. Geminiraptor for the Twin Thief. was named after the twin researchers who discovered the location where this troodontid was found. A large amount of small teeth confirmed the creature's position within this family. Actually, that's pretty cool. Twins? Like a dinosaur named after twins? That's pretty cool. Oh, no, don't go back. I don't want to lose my position. What are you? Colobiccephaly was once thought to be a species of Stegosaurus. This dome-headed creature is friendlier than others of its kind and was bred specifically for the Jurassic World petting zoo. Oh, I think this is his first attempt at making a resilient flock rather than just like only cunnings. And then here's his fierce one. What is this thing? Nibbles. Fierce strike, killer instinct, alert, scurry. That's for a cunning though. But anyway, Nib works in packs, targeting prey nearly 3 times larger than themselves. The creature is one of the most derived abelisaurs. Tiny abelisaur, got it. And then did he make a hybrid? Min-Me! For some reason, JWA 2 calls it Min-My, but I guarantee nobody calls this thing Min-My. Everyone's always looked at it and said Min-Me. Shielded to superior vulnerability, alert, resilient, rampage, group invincibility, swap in defense. Up 4? How small is this thing? No way is it smaller than a compy. Like, my goodness. Due to its small size, Min-Me relies both on its armor and its herd mates to survive. Fun fact, a group of Min-Me is scientifically called a shatter because that's what they'll do to your ankles if you decide to mess with them. No way a Min-Me needs 4 members when a compy only needs 3. All of the little icons there. I got 4 minutes, I think. 3 minutes, actually. Maybe less. Gastonia, superior vulnerability, group defensive strike, taunting impact, and resistances. Who is this? This is Prehistoric Being. Got it. And then now back to Ehrlich G2. Back with even more creatures. I think I got way further than I did last time. My first time doing this. Geminocephalae, which is these two together. Shield accelerating strike, instant shield, distraction, alert, scurry, devious impact, stunning alert, minor heal on escape, and no description. And then here we have another hybrid. I think these are all the flocks put together because that's usually what he does. Raking strike, killer instinct, alert, scurry, instant shield, distraction, all the abilities, all Soro Gemini have an instinct-driven fear of humans. This fear is exhibited even directly after hatching, and as a result, the super hybrid has deemed a failure by Mr. Masrani. Well, I'd imagine so. You can't have a good hybrid if it's constantly running away from you. Now we move on, and now we have the Shri. What a name! Group accelerate, cunning strike, precise, minor cautious impact. Take a read of that if you will. And now I read the descriptions only. Recently named Shri is a small dromaeosaur closely related to the Velociraptor. Unlike InGen's Velociraptor, Shri are shy, elusive, and solitary creature. Now we have the Dacrine. Oh, I can't pronounce that, but it's Shri and Puritaurus. Oh, another Carnotaur hybrid, everyone. Cautious strike, mutual fury, debilitating impact, alert, insightful dodge. Take a read of those if you will. I only read the descriptions. Uses its powerful jaws to bring down prey, while its sharp toe claw is used to finish off downed targets. The shy super hybrid will often ignore humans, but for some odd reason, more than 50% of record cases of attacks on humans involved Floridians. Interesting bit description there. Beelzebufo Gen 2. So I assume he made a Gen 1 somewhere. It's a cunning, and I think this was the one that included... I thought he made a spring up. There it is. Oh yeah, so when it's KO, it can still be healed. Even if it's like... If someone goes for group heal, it can revive itself. Made with the inclusion of wood frog DNA, this genetic variant of Beelzebufu is able to survive being frozen during the winter. When the ice melts, this large amphibian springs back to life, literally and figuratively. Spring Up is a normal passive and is not on escape. Additionally, it only activates in raids and alliance battles, which, honestly, why haven't they done alliance battles yet? Civatherium. I thought this was fake when I first heard about it, but it's real. Apparently, it's so real they made a toy out about it. And I'm like, seriously, how is that thing real? One of, if not the largest ruminant known to science, the normally docile Civatherium became walking meat bags of unpredictability in range. The mating season arrives, the male civility. Oh no, this is the giraffe. I'm thinking of something else then. Ah, well. But still, this is like overprotection. This creature is able to live on 1 HP against moves that would otherwise be a KO. This ability only activates once per battle. Yeah, it's basically like a survival type of like in the Jurassic World the game, there's this mod that allows you to survive an attack, even if it should be fatal, so you survive with 1 HP. I get the idea. And I have no idea how to pronounce that thing. No description to it. Persistent Power Strike, Impairing Resilient Rampage, On Escape, Dust Cloud Strike. Ooh, okay. And he gave it a hybrid with the Bronto... I don't know. I forgot what that thing is called. Bronto Theory? I don't know. Persistent Power Strike, Group Accelerating Rampage, Group Impairing Resilient Rampage, Group Taunting Defense Stance, On-Escape Dust Cloud Strike, and no description for it again. Erlich G2. What is this? The Ninja Titan? This is the Ninja Titan. You can take a look at it. This was an old one, you can tell, because the Resilient is here. And it's got all these abilities. It somehow has a nullifying counter and no escape. Pretty interesting. And then we have Yoshi. There was a debate that this thing is... Someone actually named a prehistoric species after his cat, which was named Yoshi, which probably was named after Yoshi. It's just that everyone thinks Yoshi is like, you know, wow! And I think the timer will be going off any minute, so I think I better stop here. Nah, I'm gonna push it. I'm gonna keep going. Stoles my ninja. Stoles me ninja. Got it. It's pretty much a wild card. It's got all these different abilities, zooming counter, and yeah, no description for this one. I think this is before he started adding more descriptions. There's the Yoshi thing that we talked about earlier. Oh, no, timer hasn't gone off yet, so I guess I can keep going. Pinocosaurus Gen 2. This is Prehistoric Bean, isn't it? Yes, it is. Revenge Rampage, swap in shields. Pretty good for a common. And I have no idea what you are. Dracodon. No, just regular creatures here. Okay, Group Cleansing Strikes, Revenge Superiority Impact, Emergency Group Heal, Instant Distraction. Diricodon are extremely picky, only eating certain types of plant matter. They are also picky when it comes to mates, and females will kill any male that doesn't satisfy them, and vice versa. Oh, dang, that is violent. And now we have the Paraceratherium, which is apparently the same thing as in Drucotherium. Big sad for me. Long defensive, headbutt, group decelerating rampage, immovable object. What is? You can take a read at that. You can take a read at that. This gigantic, hornless relative of the rhino is the largest land mammal to ever. Well, we all know who Paraceratherium is, and we all know who Arctodus is, and now he's in the game too, I think. Is it Arctodus or something else? I'm pretty sure it's Arctodus. The Arctodus also knows, you just have Unstoppable Force, which is just like the super fierce ability. And then we have the super resilient ability. I made my own Paraceratherium. It is meant to be a... There's the timer. Okay, guys. That is all the time we have for today. I will pin this comment because this is where I stopped. Pin. So I will remember if I need to take a break and come back, this is where I will start off again. So guys, thank you for watching, and I will see you in episode, well, next episode should be all of my custom hybrids. And then after that will be a bunch of others, and then episode 10 will resume here. But then, here's a little fun fact. By the time you're watching this, I've already recorded all the next episodes 6 through 9. So then actually, I just have to instantly start recording this episode right now. Unless I think I need to give my throat a break, which I do not. I think I can go on for a little longer. Okay, guys, see you next time. Bye.